Hey, how's it going? I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before to you guys, but I like Ed, Edd, and Eddy. And we're going to talk about it again, because apparently people really like it when I talk about this show. But thankfully we're going to be talking about good episodes this time. This review was requested by Thomasmemoryscentral. The episodes in question bring up the notion of what would happen if you took the kids away from the Eds and the Eds away from the kids. The episodes in question being Laugh Ed Laugh and See No Ed. Now, unlike most of my regular episode reviews, this is going to be a lot shorter and more an editorial style because these episodes are so similar and work so well together, and I'll explain why a little bit later on. Laugh Ed Laugh is an episode from Season 1. While there are some people that say that Season 1 was good, I've also heard a few fans say that the first season was a bit slow for their taste and wasn't as fast-paced as the rest of the series, compared to something like Season 2. Maybe it's because I grew up watching this show since its beginning, but I actually really like the slower pace. Sure, the later seasons are definitely where the show picked up steam, but I'm quite nostalgic for this part of the series' history. But even with these few criticisms, this is often considered one of the best episodes of the season. The plot of the episode begins with the Eds trying to scam the neighborhood kids, but soon realizing they're nowhere to be found. And the reason no one is out and about is because all the kids have chickenpox and are stuck inside.
Hey, look!
Oh dear, a quarantine.
I've seen this before.
Where?
There.
Huh? It must be an epidemic!
Hey, a quarantine! It's almost like... So the Eds have no one to scam, meaning that they'll have to create their own entertainment. Double D and Ed take to it pretty easily, but Eddy's already short patience dwindles more and more from the lack of kids to scam.
Come on, people! Kevin! Sarah! Oh no! I'm calling on Sarah!
I love it that that's the thing that makes Eddy realize that he's losing it. Of all things, when he's trying to call on Sarah, now you know something's wrong. So Eddy's mind explodes and he officially snaps like a twig, running around, speaking random babble and laughing like a maniac, doing crazy nonsense like betting squirrels and then swinging away on vines with his winnings. From there, Double D and Ed have to apprehend their friend for the sake of his own health and safety, and the episode just shows a bunch of different scenarios of Eddy acting crazy and his friends trying to stop him.
Hi, Plank! Hi, Johnny!
Oh, dude. Cosplay masters right there.
Jawbreaker! Whoa!
Damn, I thought only Ed could do stuff like that. I mean, earlier in the episode he eats a baseball. And then later in the episode, Ed eats a key. Apparently Eddy can do seemingly anything when he's full insane mode. I mean, look at that. He ate a fire hydrant. Granted, it's probably just as big as the Jawbreakers are in this show, but then later he eats a piece of wood.
Ham and eggs with buttered toast!
Oh, Eddy. Buttered toast is Ed's thing. So the other two Eds lure Eddy with $1 on a string into a safe room, which looks like one of those insane asylum rubber rooms inside someone's shed, I guess, and lock him inside. And what exactly shocks Eddy back into coherence with all these piles of money?
With all this glorious... What the... It's fake!
I drew it myself.
Huh?
And to make things even worse for the Eds, all the kids seem to have faced a miraculous recovery, feeling healthy again, and the Eds are still trapped inside.
Where's the key?
I ate it. I am a good shovel, huh, Eddy?
And now on to See No Ed. See No Ed was one of the first episodes of Season 4, and to retroactively correct myself, If It Smells Like an Ed was not the beginning of Season 4, it was near the end of Season 3. Granted, it's not helped considering episode listing constantly is jumbled and incredibly inconsistent between Cartoon Network's website, Wikipedia, several wikis, and home video and streaming service listings. But anyway, this was aired alongside An Ed in the Bush, the first episode of Season 4. And the reason I'm reviewing this along with Laugh Ed Laugh, well, now we get to see what happens when you remove the Eds from the kids. The episode begins with the kids watching Kevin do some skateboard tricks, all until the Eds are brought up, where Johnny then elaborates that he hasn't seen them anywhere.
This morning, me and Plank here were playing over at the playground and there was no Ed, Edd, or Eddy around. Not at the creek, Not at the junkyard. Not at the sewer.
You know, it makes perfect sense that Johnny would be in all those places in the span of just one morning. I mean, it's the kind of thing that a loner kid like him would do.
I feel as fresh as a spring flower. Come on, people. It's a brand new day. No Ed, Edd, or Eddy. Hallelujah!
So Jimmy throws a party in his backyard, and while everybody's having fun, Kevin just can't help but imagine that the Edds are somewhere and that they're up to something.
Want to know nothing would dimple the cookie biscuit with the doohickey of a rabbit.
You know they're up to something.
The doohickeys?
No, man. The Edds.
Oh, please, Kevin, get out of here with that. You're just starting to sound paranoid. Next thing you're gonna say is that the Edds are trying to dump chemicals in the creek that are gonna turn the frickin' frogs gay. Slowly but surely, things start getting strange when Johnny pulls out a monkey mask from the cooler, and then later Jimmy pulling out a monkey glove out of a box of cookies. Kevin then demands that they all go searching for the Edds. Him and Rolf looking for Eddy, Johnny and Plank looking for Double D. Yeah, probably not gonna get too far the way they're doing it. And Sarah, Naz, and Jimmy go look for Ed. Everyone coming up short with no results to speak of. Okay, well, except this.
Any sign of those losers, Johnny?
Nope. But I found this bottle cap pretty cool, huh?
Priorities, Johnny. Priorities.
Gee, I hope they're okay.
Oh, please.
Rolf is riddled with guilt over the missing Ed boys. I have a confession. I've wished this every birthday. Could it have come true?
I really like the scene because it actually gives a lot of human depth to these characters. I mean, sure, they get angry at the Edds and they hate their antics, but they still care for them, and the fact they're showing genuine concern kind of fleshes these characters out in a more interesting way.
Give me a break. This is all part of some stupid scam.
Except for Kevin, he still sucks. The kids end up discovering the lane is now filled with bananas, and as they follow the trail, they discover the Edds' latest endeavor, Chimp World, a monkey-themed amusement park in the woods. And without the Edds there to try and swindle them out of money, everyone begins to enjoy themselves. Except for Kevin, of course. He still thinks the Edds are somewhere plotting something, and that they're even out to get him. And his paranoia begins to accelerate once all the kids begin to become trapped, as the park ends up breaking around them. And he just runs away trying to find the Edds.
Where's he going? What's he blubbering about? There are no Ed boys. See you, Kevin.
Yeah, I just want to ask, why are they still friends with Kevin? And the episode ends by revealing that the Edds are in some nearby lane somewhere, looking for Ed's monkey mask and glove that we saw earlier in the episode.
I'm looking over there.
Buy one, get one free.
Eddy, I can't find my underwear.
So that was Laugh Ed Laugh and See No Ed, and here's why these two episodes fit so well together. Really let it sink in. Without any kids to scam, Eddy snaps and acts like an incoherent madman. And without Edds around, Kevin starts to become paranoid and thinks that they're out to get him. And that's exactly why I reviewed these two episodes together. These episodes perfectly highlight a yin and yang situation. That cul-de-sac would not be the same without either the kids or the Edds. They need each other to thrive. In a way, it's like a note about the entire show's system and how it operates. The show is about outcasts who need an audience of peers to try and swindle money from. Take away the kids, the Edds, more specifically Eddy, thinks he has nothing, since his whole purpose in life is to try and take their money. And it would make perfect sense that out of all the kids, Kevin, the one who gets the most joy out of messing with the Edds, feels lost without them there. Another episode that did a similar premise was Twist of Ed, where the Edds use reverse psychology on the Cankers. The episode explores the idea of what would happen if the Edds finally had the upper hand over the Cankers. But obviously that didn't last because in this show, status quo kind of is how things work. Until the last season where they tried to shift things around and change the show's setting from summer to fall. But I digress. With an interesting concept, as well as the show's signature animation and humor carrying these episodes, that's why I think See No Ed and Laugh Ed Laugh are two very well done episodes of this series. So now hopefully I can take a little bit of a break from Ed, Edd, and Eddy. Yeah, you knew that was totally not going to be the case. Until next time, I'm the Media Wiz, because one art form wasn't enough.
That's a lot of nuts!